Hello Ghosties, and here we are with the next build. I thought I'd introduce it because it's a bit of a strange one. I was looking through some of the shops, this is now about a month or two ago, and I came across something that I really fancied, and you all know I'm a big Harry Potter fan. Well, I saw this set and I immediately thought of Harry Potter, even though it is not. I don't think it's related to Harry Potter, but they've sort of like managed to keep it on the magical theme, if you like. So it wasn't a lot of money, and I decided to buy it. And here it is. So there you go. As you can see, it is called Magical World, and it's basically an owl, a magical owl, reading over a book. It is from a company called DK, and let me see my notes, DK Tech Creations. It has a set number of 7037, as you can see, with 1162 pieces. And apparently there's a light brick in it somewhere, so that'll be interesting to see whether I can get that to work. You know what trouble I have with lights in my sets. Not a terrible thing. But anyway, as you can see, it's a lovely looking set. I think the owl will be lovely with his hat next to the book. I've not made anything by DK Tech Creations before, so that will be interesting. In that, I mean, I said it wasn't Harry Potter. I mean, that, you know, it looks like something out of the Quidditch. Is it the Quaffle? I don't know. The Golden Snitch. I'll get it right in a minute. So I mean, it does look similar to the Golden Snitch. So maybe it is a play on Harry Potter. I can't say that. 4 easy steps, as you can see. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The plans, not that I've really gone into it, the colours just show up on the other unsaturated parts. In other words, they desaturate what's already been on the plates, which is fine. So we have, like I say, 4 bags. We have 133 steps, and we have 89 pages. So it's not the most massive set that you'll ever see in the world, but in saying that, I think it's going to be fun to build, or at least I hope so. So with that, let's get into the bags. Let's see what we've got. So as you can see, we've got 2 ginormous bags, but like before in other sets, we have bags 1 and 2 in this big bag, and then we have 3 and 4 in this other bag, which should be okay. I hope. I think it will be. We're going to open the bags now and see what we like with the smaller bags. So as you can see, I've just opened up the first big bag with bags 1 and 2 in, and we have 3 bags for bag 1, as you can see, and they are numbered 1.1, 1.2, and if I can just get in there, 1.3. Now I'm hoping, I won't know till I actually get into bags to see whether we can do the step thing again. I don't maybe think we can, but the other bags, as you can see there, is 2-1, 2-2, get a grip curve, 2-3 and 2-4. Not too many pieces anyway if we have to open the bags to go along, but there it is, there you have it. It looks nice, it looks like nice size, like I say, not too many bricks, something nice and enjoyable just to build and get into it again. So with that, like I say, this is just a little introduction, not too much I hope. If you like what you're seeing and you're looking forward to this build, and I hope you are, we'll see what DK Tech Constructions have to offer, then please, one, give me a thumbs up, give us a like, drop a few comments in the box. Maybe you've already built this set or built a set from DK Tech Creations. I'd like to hear from you if you have. Always interested in a new brick building company. And if you want to follow us on to part 1, 2, 3, 4 and the review, and then on to bigger and better sets. Not that it's going to be better in the way of how good the set is, but you know what I mean, different kinds of sets, then please click on that subscribe button. And with that, you know what I'm going to say for this introduction. My name's Kev, I am Square Ghost, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Magical World, Part 1, Bag 1. So we've started Part 1 of Magical World, and as you can see, we're building up one side of the book that the owl eventually sits on and reads. And I just thought I'd show you the insides. Look at the lovely goldy brass coloured tile and you know, what do you call them, flat pieces. Brown back of the book, as you can see, they're the 6 8x8s, a 2x8 and a 2x8, and it all fits together nicely like that. Really good. We've just made this little section here, as you can see. Lovely little build, really enjoyed it. And that, I believe, fits on here. And I just wanted to show you before, once it's covered, you're not going to see the inside workings. Right, let's get on with it, Kev. So here we are with the book completely covered. Lovely little build, like I say, no problems with it. It fits nicely across, everything's solid and down. Love the colours. You can see the brown on the other side, which I'd showed you before. It's sitting down nicely, and we're ready now to do a little bit more to the back spine, so the other page can then fit on to this one. Right, off we go. So here we are at the end of part 1, bags 1. Yes, there was 3 bags. Let's start with the bags. We did have to empty all the bags to get the parts out, so the 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3 didn't mean anything. Not that that mattered, because there wasn't that many pieces really. We started off by building up this side first with the little stand, which I think is where the owl clicks onto once he is built. Lovely building techniques, nice and solid. If I just, you know, let's see if I can, okay, that tile there is a little bit flat, but like I say, it's just to stand on. You're not going to see it because it's going to be that way. I love this colour here, this, what do you want to call it, brass gold, I don't know, I love it. We put the little hinges on so as the book can open and shut. Not that you need it, like I say, once it's done, once the owl's on, it's not going to open or shut. And then basically we sort of done a mirror image with this side here, exactly the same really, apart from the little hole where we've just put an extra strut in, an extra big slope. Other than that, it's been a really, like I say, enjoyable, easy build. The brick quality is absolutely excellent. Clutch power, no problems. Everything fits. Everything's straight. There's no bends, no bents. We've had no missing parts so far. So DK, you're doing really well. So we're going to start now. After this, on to bag 2, where we start to put our pages on with the written words, and then we start to build up the body of our owl. And if you like what you're seeing and what I am doing and saying, please hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button, and drop some comments in the box. It'll be interesting to see, like I said, in the introduction. I wonder if anybody else has built anything by DK Bricks. But if anything to go by, if this set is like this all the way through, I would recommend wholeheartedly. At the moment I would recommend, because it's absolutely solid and lovely. Building plan's pretty good too, so no issues there. And if you want to see us get on to part 2, bags 2 and onward till we get to the completion and beyond, please click on that subscribe button. And with that, as I always say more or less at the end of each of these videos, you know what comes next. Firstly, anybody who's watched this far, thank you very, very much, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been informative in a way. And secondly, you know, my name's Kev. I am Square Ghost. And I'll see you all on the flip side. Magical World Part 2, Bags 2. So we're on with part 2, bags 2, and yes, we've sorted all the bags out again as we did. First job was to add this little contraption here that the owl will stand on, and as you can see we have applied the stickers and they look totally alright as far as I'm concerned, which I'm really pleased about. Here is the beginning of the owl base. Nothing too complicated as yet. Unusual 8x8 with the owls in the middle. I don't know if I've seen that before or not. But with that, we'll carry on and we'll check in again later. So the first bit of bodybuilding is done for the owl. And as you can see, or I hope you can see, we've got our ball joints that I'm guessing is for wings later. Lovely building techniques. It's quite solid. I'm assuming that's where, that's better, you can see that's where the head's gonna go. And the reason I've showed you at this stage is purely and simple, we're going to start decorating the body. So with that, let's get on with it. A little bit of intricate working, but look at that detail. Little bit fiddly, had to take my time in doing it, but look at that. Does that not look absolutely amazing? Right, let's carry on. I just thought I'd show you now, we're making up the tail for the back of the owl even, that will fit on the body. And it is an look at that. That's what I'm showing you. It's a wonderful bit of building. I am absolutely blown away with the actual ingenuity of whoever has designed this mock, because whoever it is, they've done absolutely amazing. I'm really impressed. And again, we're going to start to build on top now and layer it out, and I just wanted to show it again. But believe me when I say it, it is absolutely wonderful. So I believe that's the tail finished, and then the next section we are going to do is the back, which the tail fits onto. So I just wanted to show you the tail in all its glory before we carry on. So again, I just thought I would show you that we have made up the where the tail connects to, so I'm assuming it will be like the back of the bird. I didn't think it might be that way. Lovely little build again, no problems again, absolutely super duper, really enjoying it, and let's get it on. So there it is, tail connected, basically just connected by them two slopes there that you can see. Beautifully done, beautifully connected. And I just wanted to give you the whole look of the tail, and then what the plan tells you to do, and I'm going to attempt to do it while that is, it just shuts down like that. Absolutely fantastic. And now we're going to mount it, I believe, to the body. I know these might be famous last words, but it looks quite simple. You got your 4 black Technic pins, you've got your 4 basic holes there for your Technic pins to go in and for them to join together. It's as simple as that. Fingers crossed, let's hope everything goes together. So here we are with the conclusion and finish of part 2, bags 2, and look at that. Like I showed you, we had the book there with the writings on, which I'll come to in a minute, and then we've built up the owl body with the feet and connected to the book. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. So we have the book. As you can see there, I hope, it's the letters of the alphabet and so. If we move over to the other side, and again, letters of the alphabet, big, small, and some numbers. Stickers went on very well, very, very easily, and I was very, very pleased. It was then about building up the L body, as I showed you. And as we come down, we built up a central core. Once the central core was on, we then built up the tail, which I showed you, which does come up or come down, which is absolutely lovely and stunning. Then we started to do the decoration of this owl, and I mean, just look at this decoration. It's absolutely, if I turn to the side, I know the lighting's not that good, but you can see. Once the decoration was on, it was a little bit fiddly for me, but with time and patience, holding your breath, pushing little things on, sometimes they do pop off. But once they're on, and if you don't touch them, they don't fall off. They're not that flimsy, which is great. So you can see you've got both sides. Love the combination of dark grey and the white. Same with the feathers here, look. Awesomely looking. So once we'd got that built up with, like I say, the feathery front decoration, the bits on the side, the tail was on, and then it was time for fitting the feet. And obviously it fits on with a ball joint, as you can see there, no problems with that. Once it was on and connected, the very, very last thing you do, actually before that, that's not true. Once the ball joint was in, you also connect to the tails in the way, really. Can we lift that up a bit? I think we can. You can just about see the clear rail, the clear pin that goes across, and then the stutters or the claws click in, and it's connected to the base of the owl. Absolutely great there to hold it in position. And then the last thing we actually did was push this grey X-axle right through, little black end on the one side, little black end on the other, and there he is, totally nutty connected, and we're almost ready to do bags 3 and 4. And like I say, I think it will be wings, it will be head, hat and glasses. And there you have it. Well impressed by DK. Like I say, if you're thinking about buying a DK set, all I can say for him so far of watching this file is don't be frightened, don't be scared. Excellent quality bricks. Plans are really good. Build instructions, absolutely fine, brilliant. Big thumbs up from me. And with that, you know me. If you like what you're seeing, like what you're hearing, enjoying what we're doing as we slowly build up this magical world L, then please give us a thumbs up, click that like button, drop some comments in the box. What do we think of the quality? What do we think we look at the feathers and the greebling? Do we like it or not? What do we think of the tail? And if you want to follow us on this journey to bags 3, 4 review and beyond, please click on that subscribe button. And with that, I'm going to let you all go. You know the score, you know the drill. My name's Kev. I am Square Ghost, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Magical World Part 3, Bags 3. So we're really into part 3 now. Basically, we built up this big, lovely wing section. Really good. Just holding that in my hand to show you. Absolutely great building technique. Nice and solid, nothing wrong there. Then we built off this side piece here with the light. I think it's a light or a magnifying glass. I could be wrong, but we'll wait and see. We obviously have to connect the two parts together, as you can see, and then they go to the owl. So let's see if they go together, and let's see if they connect to the owl. So here we go with the end of part 3, and what a bag it was. Let me take it through you nice and steady. We started with the left wing, as I said, built up the two wing parts like I showed you, and the magnifying glass all went together well. Love the feather decoration. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Click it onto the bigger wing, and then this just joins. Look at the feather direction again, the feather decoration, and it just clicks on with the ball joint. There you go. It's as simple as that. We then did exactly the same with the other wing. Now, as you can see, obviously there's no magnifying glass or anything with this wing, but the actual makeup of the wing was exactly the same. The feather decoration absolutely the same, and as you can see again, it fits on. Get out of the way, Kevin, with the shadow, with the ball joint. Absolutely fantastic. So once them two was on, we then started, we put this little bookmarky thing here on. I think it's a bookmark, and then we made up the wand. Just a little wand, just a little bit of a make. Didn't want to make too much fuss. You can just about see the switch. There you can see it, and that is how you would turn your wand on and off. Little build, like I say, nothing much to it. Getting the things on, getting the things off. Nice thing there, pointy thing that fits on. As you can tell, it's one of those brown lamppost things. So again, absolutely brilliant. We then made up the book. Nice little make, nice little sticker that went on perfectly well, thankfully. And there is the lock of the book. Then we started to make the golden snitch. Now, as I said, I didn't know if this set was related to Harry Potter or not, but it obviously is. I mean, you wouldn't have a golden snitch. I mean, okay, is it called Magical World? But there you go. I mean, does that look good or what? And not giving any spoilers away, there is a light brick underneath, but I'm not going to turn it on until the set is finished. But it does work. So you know my previous with lights, absolutely hate lighting because I never seem to get it right or there's pieces missing. So there is the golden snitch, absolutely brilliant. And then we finished off with this little bottle, Magic Ink. Love the colour, sticker was nice, everything went in perfectly well. Top on, these are just standalone items. The book and the ink don't actually connect to nothing. Nice little quill there, like into the pot, which is really good design there. Absolutely stunningly shaped, and that was it. Build time 35 to 50 minutes. Didn't rush as I do, followed the plans out of the book. These are all out of the book plans, not off the screen, which I prefer. And what can I say? You've only got to look at that to see it and say it's looking fantastic. And I love the wings, love the golden snitch, the book, the wand and the bottle. This set is absolutely super. It's gone together, it connects well, no problems so far. And then of course the final section will be the head of the owl and the hat, and then we'll be done and dusted. So with that, if you like what you're seeing and you like what you're hearing, if you're enjoying these builds of mine, I hope you are, then please hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button, and like I say, don't be frightened to drop a few comments in the box. Love a few comments, no matter what it is, as long as it's positive. That's what it's all about. And if you want to follow us on the journey at the conclusion of this set, yes, bag 4 is the final bag, then please click on that subscribe button. And then of course after this set we will have I don't know what. But with that, I can say no more really. It's been absolutely stunning, and anybody who's gone this far, thank you for watching. Well worth it, well worth the buy so far. Absolutely endorsed. DK, whoever it is, absolutely brilliant quality. Well done, whoever is the mock builder, well done again, pat on the back, absolutely brilliant. And you know the drill from me from here. As I said, thanks for watching. My name's Kev, I am Square Ghost, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Magical World, Part 4, Bag 4. So the first thing we do in Part 4 is build up this core, and you can see it's quite solid, it's well built, there's lots of things to stick to. On the top we have the rocker bar thing that can fit into there, a nice flat round piece here, and then this stepper piece here. I've showed you this purely because we were going to build something else that will fit on the top or the bottom, I suspect. And I just wanted to show you the core before we continue. Right, off we go. So we've now built up one of the side plates, and as you can see, it's full of nice round shapes. We've got some slopes, we've got plenty of lovely curves here, a couple of hooks, nice and solid on a plate, as you can see. Nothing really to shout out. We mount this now to the base of to the actual center of the head, and away we go. So we're building up another plate from the side of the core, and I have a feeling, although I don't know because I've not put it forward, I think that could be the beak, but we'll have to wait and see. Little pleasant build, nothing really mega, but The actual build technique is very, very, very good. Let's get it to the body and find out what comes next. Well, look at that. There you have the face of the owl. The lovely eyes. Look at the decoration with the leaves, the whites, the greys, the black beak. It looks absolutely stunning. I'm well impressed with this set. It keeps getting better and better. It's standard, no letdowns at all. Clutch power is brilliant. Everything looks, clicks, fits brilliantly. Let's get this to the body and then continue on to the back of the head. So here we are with the next part, and this was indeed a trickier build. It is obviously the glasses that go to the owl. The hardest part really was getting the bendy tube into both parts, because once you get one part in, you try and bend it around and it pops out. So it took quite a time. It took a good 5 if not 10 minutes to get it actually seated and done. Now it's just a matter now of getting things into place, and we will be off our way onto Hell's Head, I hope. Off we go. Wow, that was a battle and a half. That's the best I can get it. You can see the actual glasses there, but it's on. It's hopefully secure, fingers crossed. Now let's get on with the hat, I believe. So there we have the hat of the Hell hat. And does that not look absolutely lovely little build? There's no ifs or buts about it. We've got the little, or everything it is there, that will go into there. So let's, without further ado, get it on. Wow, what an absolutely amazing build this is. I can't fault it. The head is done, the build is practically done, and all we have to do now is fit the head onto the body. Look at that. The little eyes through the glasses. The hat looking good. Right, without further ado, the most nervous part now of the build is just getting the head on. So there you have it. The head is on, the hat is connected, the head is connected, everything is absolutely right. Part 4's done, the build is done, and this set is absolutely amazing. We look forward to the review to come. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely brilliant. You have to be brave when you push the head on and things like that, but people know that anyway, instinctively. But as to that, look at that face. Look at that hat. Absolutely brilliant. We followed it through step by step. We've got the finished product, and you cannot fault that. You really, really can't. So with that, you know what I'm going to say now. I'm going to say, if you've enjoyed this build, if you've liked what I've been saying and doing, if you've enjoyed the videos, which I hope you have, then please give us a thumbs up, hit that like button. You know, it really does matter when people do decide to comment and say, yes, we do like it, we do, or even no, we don't, I like the odd comment. It's, you know, we're still here to get better and better and better. don't be frightened to drop us a comment in any way or any form. And if you want to follow us on this journey, of course the next part will be the final part, which will be the review of this total set. Then please click on that subscribe button. Anybody who has watched this far, a big thank you from me. I know that, you know, we've all got our things to do in our lives and stuff, but this has been a very enjoyable one, and it's come together, it's finished, and absolutely amazing. So with that, you know what I'm going to say. My name's Kev. I am Square Ghost, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Magical World, the review. Well, here we are, and just looking at that actual shot should say it all. The look of this set is absolutely phenomenal. The build of this set is phenomenal. The instructions are absolutely brilliant. They're in a book. I've built them from the book. Everything has gone together as it should. There are no missing parts with this set. I can't say enough. So without further ado, we'll start with the instructions. So here we have the instruction book, and as you can see, it is definitely called Magical World, made by this company DK Tech Creators. Absolutely brilliant. 8+ it says on the cover, a little bit fiddly in places, so they might need a little bit of help in getting things together. I think that the 8+ is a bit young, maybe 10, maybe 12. Set number, as you can see there, is number 7037 with 1162 pieces. It's a nice cover. We had 4 building steps, and we have basically what I wanted to show you. It is like a saturated plan, and then the bricks go into wherever it goes, and the build steps are exactly the same. The plans, absolutely, like I say, no problem with them. Sorry for the glare. DK for me, I'll definitely be doing another DK set. But now, without further ado, we're going to start with the actual build review. So we actually started with the book. The book frame was built up, it was nice and steady, and if I'm honest, it's the only part of the build where we've had a slight little problem, which I'll come to in a minute. The book was built up like a mar plate, and then the actual sloping strips on top to give the effect, along with the stickers. As you can see, it's A, B, C, D and all that, and it's the bigger version over there, which I have showed you earlier on. We bought an intricate system where you can just about see the clear bricks there that our owl fits to, which is absolutely good. And that was the end of step 1. Step 2, we built up the actual body of this beautiful bird. Now look at the intricate decoration. The greebling on this set is absolutely fantastic. There's no other word for it. I'm not moaning, I'm not complaining. This is so unusual for me to have a set that is absolutely brilliant. The tail itself, there you can see the tail again, extremely enjoyable build, fitted in exactly as it was supposed to. It clicked into place with no problems whatsoever. This is a 10 out of 10 set. Once the body was built, then it was all about clicking through to the bottom on the stands, pushing in the X-axle rod to hold things in place, and then of course, as you can see there, it actually sits on a couple of ball joints. Interesting how the actual L clicks at the bottom, look, and just holds into place. It holds in upright. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant. So once the body was made up and the greebling was on, bag 3 was all about the arms. The arms, the wings, I'm calling them arms, but they're wings. And they were intricate builds. You can see the feathers, the actual stands. I'll come to the magnifying glass in a minute. You can see there the intricate underneath of the arms, which is absolutely stunning. But just keeping that as it is, look at the wing structure there. Look at that. It is absolutely stunning. There's no other word for this set except stunning. It is brilliant. Both wings again clicked on by ball joints. You can just about see the ball joint there, if you can just see in the centre of the screen. So it was quite, everything clicked in lovely. There was, you know, there was no problems. I was a little bit sceptical at first. I was a bit frightened, you know, you're frightened to push and all these things. And then the last thing we did was this magnifying glass. Nice little added touch. It really does the business. It really adds to the build. And you've got to say, look at that. The actual, if we can just about get that wing in with a magnifying glass, looking down at the book. Again, I can't fault it. At the same time, we then built up the lovely one section which I did show, the Quidditch thing, which has gone completely out of my head, the Golden Snitch. I'll get it right in a minute. Again, it's definitely Harry Potter. They can't say it for copyright reasons, but it is. We then had the Magic Ink inkwell with the lovely quill. Look at that. Magic ink. You can see the switch there of the wand. I think the orange is just a bookmark. And then finally we made up this little book. You can see the printed title there. Love the gold colouring on this set. Absolutely awesome. I want to try and, there you go, just so as you can see that sticker applied okay, I hope. And as you say, it pops. I will just zoom around and just show there the catch as well. That would be when the book is shut. So all that being done, part 4 was left to do. And in a way, it was more fiddly. It was all about the head first and then the hat. But we'll take you through the head first. We built a solid core base first, a nice big square base to stick to. And then we built up 4 side plates. The side plates click to the ungulated square or rectangular core to give the lovely shape of the head. Now on top of that, you've got to remember, look again at the greebling of this set. It's full of greebling. Look at the grey, look at the white. You know, it's the same as the chest. It continues to the face. Then we have the lovely beak. Look at the eyes. Absolutely amazing. And then the glasses. The glasses was really the most fiddliest part of this build, because bending them round's okay, but getting the two ends to fit into the little part that you make up was quite fiddly, and it took me a good, I think I said 5 to 10 minutes, and then even then after the 10 minutes, when you try and mount it to the head via these spectacle sides, as you try to connect it, and it only clicks into the claw, it obviously sometimes pulled out from the off the glasses. So it was a little bit a joy of patience, but it worked. And as you can see, it's all the way around, it's still in frame, and the glasses come round the back. So like then you had the head on its own done and complete, and it was time for the hat. And there is the hat. It was a lovely little build again. Follow the plans. Look how that back bends, you can just about see. Look how you get the sides of the hat bending down, looking good, sticking out. Colours absolutely amazing. Again, absolutely 100% brilliant. And you mounted the hat to the head first of all, which was just a matter of finding the right place, push, and it's on. Then you had the head and the hat that needed to be mounted to the body. Now it was quite not as hard as you think, because it's a small round black circle tile, and then you've got the one and the bottom, and the two is just pushed together. Now in all honesty, again, it's just a matter of lining it up. Once you've got it lined up, you push together quite gently actually, and in it went. So I was quite surprised with how it went in. The lining up was a little bit difficult, but with a bit of patience and a bit of everything was absolutely amazing. Right, let's see what else we have to offer here. And here you go, here is the pièce de la résistance. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. Like I said, there was a light brick fitted to the bottom of the snitch, golden snitch, and it illuminates absolutely stunningly. I think that just sets it off. Basically, to make it work, you just turn the bottom of the snitch, and it turns it on and off. It is, and I am going to do the tour because I just want the set to be seen as it is in the dull light, and it's worth taking that time just to see what he's like. Yeah, I'm well impressed with that. And that zoomed out to the shot of the day, if you like, with a magnifying glass, with a book. Absolutely and utterly amazing. Right, it's time to turn the light back on. So yes, there you have it. To sum up, the lovely lighting thing works there, which is absolutely great. The wife's just given us a thumbs up with approval. Need to find a spot obviously to display him and everything else. Again, I've just got to say, it is amazing. This looks brilliant, it is brilliant, no bad comments about it. There were some little struts in the back of the book that it was supposed to hold the page up slightly at an angle. I'll try and stick something underneath in a minute, but the weight was just too much, so I will try and do that next. So what I've basically done there is put my glasses case underneath, just to try and show you how it can bend up and then you get that look of how it's a bent book. But like I say, the weight was too much, and to be honest, I think it looks absolutely fine with it being flat on the deck. But what more can I say? Absolutely 5-star. DK Tech Creations, you have taken my hat off, and I'll definitely be doing another one of your sets if I come across one. Absolutely brilliant. And with that, if you like what you've seen, if you've enjoyed this review, this entire build, please give us a thumbs up, hit that like button. It's, like I say, it's quite important. And I'd love to hear a few comments about this set. What do you think of this set? What do you think about, you know, how good is this set? Is it as good as I'm saying, do you think? I mean, build techniques for this set are absolutely amazing. There's nothing wrong with this set. You take your time. Yes, I said about the little bricks on the spine, that doesn't matter at all. The book itself is brilliant. The owl itself is absolutely amazing and brilliant. Little accessories are brilliant. 5-star. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, whatever. I'm a really hard scorer, and I really would give this right up there. 10 out of 10. And if you want to follow us on our next build and our other, whatever we've got coming up next, which again I have no idea, then please click on that subscribe button. For anybody who's watched this far, I'm quite sure that we've run into quite a long or longish review for this one, but it's well worth it. It's well, if you haven't watched the other steps and you've just watched the review, they're well worth a look back on. That's not me just saying, you know, I'm wanting you to watch. I'm just saying it's well worth it. It wasn't expensive, as I was saying to my wife. It wasn't expensive. It was worth every penny that I paid for. I would recommend DK to anyone. I would recommend this build to anyone. Yes, we have a lovely Magical World set. And with that, you know what I'm going to say. Anybody who's been watching up to now, thank you very much. Do appreciate everybody who watches, anybody who comments, anybody who likes, all the subscribers. I think so far, and I mean, I loved Magical, the Sanctorium set that we did just before this build. That was a real joy to build. I think this one's picked it. This is my favourite build of the year right now, and it's right up there with my favourite builds of all time. To say it's not Lego, brick quality is brilliant, plans are brilliant. Again, I can't say no more. Well done, brilliant. Let's build some more DK. And with that, you know what I'm going to say. My name's Kev. I am Square Ghost, and I'll see you all on the flip side.